Hey, student, how are you? Welcome to our session on the law of signs, the ambiguous case. The ambiguous case occurs when the side opposite the given angle is smaller than the other given side. I'm going to solve this triangle ABC, and then we'll solve the second possible triangle. I'm going to start by solving for angle B. We'll set up our law of signs. And we get sine of angle B over side B. Side B is 10, the side opposite the angle. And this is equal to sine of angle A, 30 degrees, over side A. And we'll solve for angle B. We'll multiply by 10, bring it over to the other side of the equal sign. And then we need inverse sine to undo sine. We'll take inverse sine or arc sine to solve for the angle. And we'll take arc sine of the entire expression, 10 times sine of 30 degrees, all divided by 6. And we'll pop that in the calculator. I'm using Desmos, making sure that I'm in degrees, clicking the upper right-hand corner, the little wrench, and then down here at the bottom, we'll click on degrees. And then we'll type in arc sine of 10 times sine of 30, all divided by 6. And we see that angle B is 56.4 degrees. I'm going to round angle B to 56 degrees. And we'll label our triangle. I'm going to erase this and label angle B we found is 56 degrees. Now we can solve for angle C. 180 degrees minus 30 degrees minus 56 degrees will give us angle C. And we get 180 minus 30 minus 56. We get 94 degrees for angle C. And now we can solve for side C using our law of signs. We'll set up our law of signs. Putting the unknown in the top makes for easier calculations. So we'll start with side C, the unknown, over sine of angle C, 94 degrees, is equal to, let's use side A, 6, over sine of angle A, 30 degrees. And we'll solve for side C. We'll multiply by sine of 94. We get sine 6 times sine of 94 degrees, all divided by sine of 30 degrees. And let's pop that into the calculator. Forward slash will give you a fraction. 6 times sine of 94 degrees, all divided by sine of 30 degrees. We get 11.97. I'm going to use 12. So side C is 12. So that finishes solving our triangle, our first triangle, A, B, and C. And let me clean this up here for us so that we can see what we have so far. Now let's explore the ambiguous case. I'm going to drop down a height right here, forming a right angle. I'm going to call this height H. And let's solve for H using our right triangle trigonometry. Sine of an angle, 30 degrees, is equal to the opposite side, H, over the hypotenuse, 10. And we'll multiply by 10, solving for H, and we get H is 5. So this height of 5, a length of 5, will drop down and make a 90-degree angle. So if we take a look at this given side 6, we can swing it over and it will drop down and meet right here. And we'll call this B prime. B prime. And we'll erase this here. And we'll label this side 6 and put back B prime. B prime, there we go. And now I see that we have an isosceles triangle, 56-degree angle, side 6. Side 6, this will be a 56-degree angle as well. And we'll label that 56 degrees. 56 degrees. And now we can solve for angle B prime, this angle right here. And we can do B prime is equal to 180 degrees minus angle B. B prime is equal to 180 degrees minus 56 degrees. We see that B prime is 124 degrees. 124 degree angle. So we get this second possible triangle. Let me highlight that for us. This second possible triangle with the given information, if we find our second angle B prime, is the obtuse angle. And then we'll get rid of this and we'll solve for our second triangle. There we go. And let me draw this second triangle out for you so that you can see that. And we'll finish solving. So now this angle up here is going to be C prime. We have to solve for that. And side C prime. And this is our angle A, 30 degrees. And we found this angle, B prime, 124 degrees. And side B is 10, side A is 6. So we need to solve for angle C prime. So angle C prime will be equal to 180 degrees minus 124 minus 30. And we get minus 124 minus 30, 26 degrees for C prime angle, 26 degrees. And now, last but not least, we can solve for side C prime. We'll use our law of sines. Solving for C prime over angle C prime, which we got 26 degrees. And that's equal to side A is 6 over sine of angle A is 30 degrees. C prime is equal to, we'll multiply by sine of 26, all divided by sine of 30, and we'll pop this into the calculator. / 6 times sine of 30 degrees, 26 degrees divided by sine of 30 degrees, and we get 5.3, finishing up solving both triangles. And that concludes Law of Sines, the ambiguous case. Thanks so much for joining our session, and I'll see you next time.